The hidden dangers of traveling after 70. What you must know before your next trip. Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world in your golden years, exploring breathtaking landscapes, experiencing new cultures, and making unforgettable memories? It sounds amazing, right? But what if I told you that traveling after 70 comes with serious risks that most seniors never even think about? Risks that could turn your dream vacation into a nightmare. In this video, I'm going to reveal 5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70, from unexpected medical emergencies to financial pitfalls that could drain your savings. These aren't just small inconveniences, they are real-life challenges that have caught many seniors off guard, leaving them stressed, stranded, or even in life-threatening situations. Stay with me until the end, because the last danger on this list is something that hardly anyone talks about, but it's one of the most common ways seniors lose money, time, and peace of mind while traveling. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Now let's get started. The shocking health risks that come with traveling. After 70 as we age, our bodies become less predictable. A minor health issue at home can turn into a major emergency when you're thousands of miles away. Heart problems, blood clots from long flights, high altitudes affecting your lungs, these can all take a dangerous turn. And if you think your regular health insurance will cover you, think again. Many seniors find out too late that their policy doesn't apply outside their home country, leaving them with massive medical bills. So what can you do? Before you travel, talk to your doctor, get a full health checkup, and invest in travel insurance that covers emergency medical evacuations. Because when it comes to your health, being prepared can make the difference between a smooth trip and a disaster. The invisible threat, germs, infections, and contaminated food. Ever heard of someone getting sick from a trip? Now imagine how much worse that can be for seniors with weaker immune systems. Airplanes, public transportation, and crowded. Tourist spots are breeding grounds for bacteria and viruses. A simple cold could turn into pneumonia. A stomach bug could land you in the hospital. Want to stay healthy? Wear a mask in crowded places, wash your hands often, drink bottled water, and be cautious with street food. These simple steps can save you from a miserable trip. Before we continue, if you've made it this far, let me know you're here. Comment the number 1 below if you're finding this information helpful. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification so you don't miss more important videos like this one. Now, let's move on to the next hidden danger, one that could cost you thousands of dollars without you even realizing it. Stay tuned. Sit 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. Traveling after 70 can be an exciting and fulfilling experience, but it comes with serious health risks that many seniors overlook until they're in the middle of a crisis. Imagine this. You've planned your dream trip, a cruise through breathtaking islands, enjoying the fresh ocean breeze, and suddenly, out of nowhere, you start feeling an intense pain in your chest. Panic sets in. You're in the middle of the ocean, hours away from a hospital. The onboard medical staff can only do so much, and now you're waiting anxiously for an emergency evacuation. Every passing second feels like a lifetime. This isn't just a hypothetical situation. It happened to James, a 74-year-old who had always been a passionate traveler. He thought a cruise would be the safest way to see new places without too much physical strain. But on the 4th day of his journey, he suffered a severe cardiac event. The emergency evacuation took hours, delaying the urgent care he needed. Thankfully, he survived, but the terrifying ordeal left him shaken. Later, he admitted that he had underestimated the risks and wished he had prepared better. As we age, our bodies become more unpredictable. Conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, and respiratory problems can escalate into emergencies at the worst possible time. While at home, getting medical help is relatively simple. But in a foreign country or a remote destination, access to quality healthcare can be complicated and costly. Something as manageable as dehydration or heat exhaustion can become life-threatening. In an unfamiliar environment, long flights can lead to blood clots, high altitudes can strain the heart and lungs, and exposure to new bacteria can trigger unexpected infections. Many seniors make the dangerous assumption that their regular health insurance covers them internationally. The harsh reality: many policies don't. Without proper travel insurance, a single hospital visit can drain thousands of dollars from your savings. Emergency medical evacuations alone can cost tens of thousands. Imagine needing urgent surgery and realizing your insurance won't cover it. That's not just a financial disaster, it's a life-threatening situation. So, what can you do? Before you travel, schedule a full health checkup. Discuss any potential risks with your doctor. Ensure you have an ample supply of your medications and research healthcare options at your destination. Most importantly, invest in comprehensive travel insurance that includes emergency evacuation and hospitalization. Because when it comes to your health, being prepared can mean the difference between a smooth trip and a nightmare scenario. Increased exposure to infections and contaminants. One of the most underestimated dangers of traveling after 70 is exposure to germs, viruses, and foodborne illnesses. While younger travelers might recover quickly from a mild stomach bug or a cold, for seniors, these infections can lead to serious complications, extended hospital stays, or even long-term health setbacks. Imagine walking through a bustling airport, touching security trays, handling your passport, and sitting in a crowded airplane. Now think about how many people have touched those same surfaces. Thousands, maybe tens of thousands. Airplanes, in particular, are notorious breeding grounds for germs. You're stuck in an enclosed space, breathing in recycled air for hours, surrounded by people from all over the world, some of whom may be carrying viruses your body has never encountered before. Respiratory illnesses like pneumonia and the flu pose a significant risk to older adults. Studies have shown that seniors are more likely to develop complications from these infections. Something as simple as a minor cold can turn into a severe respiratory issue. And then there's the issue of food and water safety. A beautiful street market may be tempting, but unfamiliar ingredients and spices can cause digestive distress. Even worse, consuming contaminated food or water can expose seniors to illnesses like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella, each of which can hit harder and last longer in older adults with weaker immune systems. Consider the case of Linda, a 78-year-old woman who had always dreamed of visiting Southeast Asia. She was careful with what she ate, but didn't realize that even rinsing her mouth with tap water in her hotel could make her sick. Within days, she developed severe food poisoning that left her dehydrated and bedridden for the rest of her trip. What was meant to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience turned into a week of misery. Public spaces like hotel rooms, rental cars, and public restrooms also harbor unseen dangers. Just because a place looks clean doesn't mean it is. Surfaces like doorknobs, seatbelts, and tray tables are rarely disinfected as thoroughly as they should be. Seniors who rely on canes or walkers are at even greater risk since they frequently touch public surfaces for balance. So how can you protect yourself? Take extra precautions. Wash your hands frequently, carry hand sanitizer, and wear a mask in crowded places. Stick to bottled or filtered water. Avoid raw or undercooked foods, and opt for well-cooked meals. If traveling internationally, check if any vaccines are recommended for your destination. Carry essential medications for stomach issues or respiratory infections. Staying healthy while traveling is possible, but only with vigilance and preparation. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. The hidden toll of traveling after 70 traveling is often seen as an adventure, a time to explore new places, try different cuisines, and make lifelong memories. But what if the reality of travel after 70 isn't as glamorous as it seems? What if the exhaustion, sleepless nights, and physical strain leave you more drained than delighted? Many seniors set off on their dream vacations only to realize too late that the fatigue and recovery challenges can overshadow the joy of the journey. Take Richard's story, for example. At 75, he was a seasoned traveler, having spent years exploring the world with his wife. So when they planned a 2-week overseas trip, he expected it to be just as thrilling as their earlier adventures. However, from the moment they stepped off the plane after a grueling 10-hour flight, Richard knew something was different. His body, once quick to adjust, now struggled with jet lag and exhaustion. His legs felt heavier, his energy levels plummeted, and by the second day he found himself needing frequent breaks just to keep up with the itinerary. Instead of enjoying the sights, he spent most of the trip battling fatigue, and by the time he adjusted, it was already time to head back home. This is a common experience for seniors. Unlike in their younger years, where a good night's sleep could erase travel fatigue, older adults often find that exhaustion lingers for days or even weeks after a trip. The problem isn't just physical tiredness, it's the way travel disrupts the body's entire system. Sleep deprivation, from adjusting to different time zones, uncomfortable hotel beds, or noisy environments, doesn't just leave you feeling groggy. It weakens the immune system, affects cognitive function, and even increases the risk of heart problems. For seniors, these effects are magnified, making even simple activities feel like an uphill battle. Long flights, early check-ins, and unpredictable schedules take a toll on the body. Sitting for extended periods on a plane or train leads to stiff muscles, swollen joints, and an increased risk of blood clots. Seniors with arthritis or circulation issues may find it particularly painful. Even once they arrive at their destination, the physical demands of sightseeing, walking long distances, climbing stairs, carrying luggage, can turn what should be an enjoyable trip into a physically exhausting ordeal. But it's not just about movement. Diet and hydration play a crucial role as well. Many travelers, eager to explore local cuisine, end up eating foods that don't agree with their digestive system. Others forget to drink enough water, leading to dehydration, which can cause dizziness, confusion, and fatigue. These factors combined can make seniors feel worse after a trip rather than rejuvenated. So what can be done? First, seniors should plan their trips with ample rest days. Instead of packing itineraries with back-to-back activities, it's important to schedule downtime to recover. Taking shorter flights with layovers to stretch and move around can help reduce the physical toll of long-haul travel. Staying hydrated, eating nutritious meals, and taking frequent breaks are essential strategies. Most importantly, recognizing personal limits and adjusting travel plans accordingly can make all the difference. A vacation should be an enjoyable experience, not something that takes weeks to recover from. If you've ever felt completely drained after traveling, you're not alone. It's a hidden danger that few talk about, but by being prepared, seniors can still enjoy travel without compromising their health and well-being. Higher risk of falls and injuries. The unexpected danger lurking in every trip. Imagine this. You're walking through the beautiful, historic streets of an ancient European city. The air is filled with the sounds of bustling markets and the scent of fresh bread from nearby bakeries. Everything seems perfect until, in an instant, you misstep on an uneven cobblestone street. Before you even realize what's happening, you're on the ground, pain shooting through your hip. A vacation that was supposed to be filled with joy has now turned into a nightmare. This is exactly what happened to Linda, a 78-year-old woman who had always dreamed of visiting Italy. She was in good shape, walking regularly at home, and had never thought twice about her mobility. But stepping onto unfamiliar terrain proved to be far more dangerous than she anticipated. When she fell, she broke her hip, requiring emergency surgery. Not only was her trip cut short, but she also faced months of painful recovery. What should have been the highlight of her retirement became a painful lesson in the hidden dangers of travel. The reality is that as we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone density decline, making us more vulnerable to falls and injuries. A minor stumble at home may not seem like a big deal, but a fall while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar environment, can be catastrophic. Hotels, cruise ships, and tourist attractions are often not designed with senior mobility in mind. Uneven floors, poorly lit staircases, and slippery surfaces can quickly turn a simple walk into a dangerous obstacle course. Beyond environmental hazards, fatigue plays a massive role in fall-related accidents. Traveling often involves long days, irregular meal schedules, and disrupted sleep patterns. When the body is exhausted, reaction times slow, making a fall more likely. Seniors who suffer from joint pain, arthritis, or muscle weakness are even more at risk. The physical toll of travel, combined with unfamiliar settings, creates the perfect storm for potential injuries. Emergency medical services in foreign countries may not always be as accessible or advanced as they are back home. In some destinations, a simple hospital visit can turn into a logistical nightmare, with long wait times and language barriers adding to the stress. Even if proper care is available, medical costs abroad can be astronomical, and without the right insurance, a fall could lead to thousands of dollars in unexpected expenses. So how can seniors reduce the risk? Choosing destinations with good accessibility, avoiding high-risk areas with uneven terrain, and always using proper footwear can make a huge difference. Walking sticks or supportive shoes can provide stability, and taking breaks to rest can help prevent exhaustion-related falls. Most importantly, recognizing personal limitations is key, because no trip is worth sacrificing mobility and independence. If you've ever worried about falling while traveling, you're not alone. It's a hidden danger that many don't consider until it's too late. But by planning ahead and making smart travel choices, seniors can still enjoy exploring the world without putting their health at risk. If you found this insight valuable, comment 4 below and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell notification so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support helps us continue creating informative and inspiring videos to help you travel smarter and safer. Traveling after 70 can be a dream come true, a time to finally visit those bucket list destinations, enjoy newfound freedom, and embrace the joys of exploration. But while many seniors focus on the excitement of the journey, there's one hidden danger that often catches them off guard: the financial risks of traveling. These aren't just small inconveniences. They can lead to life-altering financial burdens, stress, and even ruined retirement savings. In this segment, we'll explore the shocking ways travel can drain your finances and leave you in unexpected situations, and how you can protect yourself from these risks. The hidden costs of medical emergencies. Abroad, imagine you're on a trip to Paris, strolling along the Seine, soaking in the beauty of the Eiffel Tower, when suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your chest. Your breath becomes shallow and your heart races. Within minutes you collapse and a bystander calls an ambulance. You're rushed to a hospital where doctors stabilize you, but then comes the devastating realization your insurance doesn't cover medical expenses outside your home country. The hospital bill, over $30,000. This is not an exaggeration. Many seniors assume that their health insurance follows them wherever they go, but the reality is often quite different. Medicare, for example, does not cover international medical Expenses, leaving many seniors unaware of the immense costs they could face. Without travel insurance that includes medical coverage, you could be forced to pay thousands of dollars out of pocket, money that may have been earmarked for other retirement plans. The nightmare of emergency evacuations, medical emergencies. While traveling don't just result in hospital bills, sometimes they require emergency evacuation. Let's consider the case of Margaret, a 72-year-old woman who suffered a stroke while vacationing in Thailand. Her condition required specialized care, and she needed to be flown back to the US on a medical transport plane. The cost? A staggering $150,000. Most people never anticipate such an event, but it happens more often than you think. Seniors are at higher risk for strokes, heart attacks, respiratory issues and falls, any of which can lead to an urgent need for evacuation. If you don't have insurance that covers medical transport, you or your family could be stuck with an unimaginable financial burden. Travel scams. A senior tourist's worst nightmare. Beyond medical emergencies, financial risks also come in the form of scams. Seniors are prime targets for travel scams due to their perceived wealth, trust in others, and sometimes unfamiliarity with modern fraud tactics. Take George, a 76-year-old retiree who had been dreaming of a tropical vacation for years. He found an incredible deal online for a luxury resort in the Caribbean, a price that seemed too good to be true. Unfortunately, it was. Upon arrival, George discovered that the hotel didn't exist. His money was gone, and he was stranded in a foreign country with no accommodations. Scammers often prey on seniors through fake travel agencies, counterfeit vacation packages, and deceptive rental listings. Others pose as taxi drivers, tour guides, or even police officers, tricking tourists into paying exorbitant fees or handing over personal financial information. The danger of credit card fraud while traveling. Another financial risk seniors often overlook is credit card fraud. When traveling, you may use your card in unfamiliar locations, exposing yourself to skimmers, fraudulent ATMs, or dishonest merchants who overcharge or duplicate transactions. Consider Linda, a 70-year-old woman, who visited Italy and used her credit card at a small boutique. She later noticed multiple unauthorized transactions, draining thousands from her account. Since she hadn't set up international fraud alerts, the charges went unnoticed until it was too late. To prevent this, always notify your bank of your travel plans, monitor your accounts frequently, and use credit cards with fraud protection. Avoid using ATMs in unverified locations, and consider carrying a mix of payment methods, including cash and travel cards. Trip cancellations, and the devastating loss of prepaid expenses. Many seniors plan vacations months in advance, booking flights, hotels and tours early to secure the best deals. However, life is unpredictable. A sudden illness, injury, or family emergency can force you to cancel your trip. And if you don't have trip insurance, you could lose every dollar you invested. Airlines, hotels, and cruise lines often have strict cancellation policies. While some offer partial refunds, many provide no reimbursement at all for last-minute cancellations. Imagine spending $10,000 on a once-in-a-lifetime cruise only to fall ill a week before departure. Without trip insurance, you could lose everything. Travel insurance that includes trip cancellation protection can help recover your expenses, but many travelers neglect to purchase it. Currency exchange and hidden fees. Another way travel can unexpectedly drain your finances is through currency exchange fees and hidden charges. Using the wrong credit card, withdrawing money from foreign ATMs, or exchanging currency at the airport can result in high fees. To minimize losses, use travel-friendly credit cards with no foreign transaction fees. Withdraw cash strategically. to avoid multiple fees, and research the best exchange rates before your trip. The emotional toll of financial losses. While traveling beyond the monetary damage, financial mishaps while traveling can take a severe emotional toll. The stress of being scammed, overcharged, or facing unexpected medical bills can overshadow the joy of your trip. Many seniors who experience financial setbacks while traveling feel shaken, anxious, and hesitant to travel again. Take Susan and Robert, a retired couple who had planned a relaxing vacation in Greece. When Robert fell and fractured his hip, they faced massive medical bills and had to cut their trip short. Instead of bringing back cherished memories, they returned home with stress, debt, and regret. How seniors can protect themselves. Despite these financial dangers, traveling after 70 can still be safe and enjoyable if you take the right precautions. Here are some essential tips. Invest in comprehensive travel insurance. Ensure your policy covers medical emergencies, evacuations, and trip cancellations. Use reputable travel agencies and websites. Avoid deals that seem too good to be true, and double-check reviews before booking. Stay alert to scams. Be cautious of overly friendly strangers. Always use official taxis and avoid sharing personal financial details with anyone. Notify your bank before traveling. This prevents fraud alerts from blocking legitimate transactions and helps detect unusual charges. Keep emergency funds and backup payment methods. Always have a financial backup plan in case of unexpected expenses. Be aware of local laws and costs. Understanding tipping customs, standard service charges, and common tourist scams can help you avoid unnecessary spending. Book refundable options when possible. Opt for hotels and flights with flexible cancellation policies to minimize financial risks. Final thoughts. Travel smart, stay safe.